Welcome to Maths Learning. Today you will learn about exercise 3.2 of chapter number 3 trigonometric functions class +1. You have learned about basic things in the 10th class of trigonometry. Let's do some more things. First of all, draw a Cartesian plane like this: x-axis, y-axis. As you know, that is the first quadrant, second quadrant, you can write it as a quadrant, third quadrant, and that is the fourth quadrant. Now you have to learn a line there: after school to college. A stands for all. A you have to write here, and the first letter of school S you have to write in the second quadrant S here, and T, first letter of 2 you have to write here in the third quadrant, first letter of college you have to write in the fourth quadrant like this: A S T C. A stands for all. All trigonometric ratio will be positive here, means sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta, and cot theta. Clear? In the first quadrant, all these sin, cos, tan, cosecant, secant, cot will be positive in the first quadrant if angle lies from 0 to 90 degree. If theta will lie from 0 degree to 90 degree, then all the trigonometric ratios will be positive. When the theta from 90 degree to 180 degree there, then S stands for sine, and reciprocal of sine is cosecant. These two will be positive, others will be negative. Cos, tan, secant, and cot, these ratios will be negative in the second quadrant if theta will lie from 90 degree to 180 degree, means greater than 90 degree, less than 180 degree. Now for third quadrant, tan theta, T stands for here tan theta, and its reciprocal which is cot theta. Only these two ratios will be positive in the third quadrant when the theta lies from 180 degree to 270 degree. Others will be negative. Similarly, when the theta lies from 270 degree to 360 degree, then C stands for cos, and its inverse, that is secant theta. These two only will be positive, and others ratios will be negative there. Understood? I again repeat, you have to learn this line for the this Cartesian plane to remember the sign conventions. That is the sign convention. Sign conventions. In first quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios will be positive when theta from 0 to 90 degree. When 90 to 180 degree, only sine and cosecant will be positive. In third quadrant, tan and cot will be positive. In fourth quadrant, cos and secant will be positive only there. Understood? So you have to write a table there like this: first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Here ratio, sine ratio, trigonometric ratio, that is sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant, secant, and cot. Yes बच्चे. In the first quadrant, all are positive: sine positive, cos positive, tan positive, cosecant positive, secant positive, and cot will be also positive. In the second quadrant only sine and cosecant positive, sine positive and cosecant positive, others will be negative there. In third quadrant tan and cot will be positive, others are negative there. In the fourth quadrant cos positive and secant positive, others are negative there. So you have to learn like this after school to college, so you can remember by table also. Understood? Now let's start exercise 3.2. That was the basic things for it. This is the first question, exercise 3.2. Write 5 other trigonometric functions if cos x equal to minus 1 upon 2, where x lies in the third quadrant. Yes beta, you have given one trigonometric function. You have to find sin x, tan x, cosecant x, secant x and cot x. They have given you cos x equal to 1 upon minus 1 upon 2, where x lies in the third quadrant. That is the main thing. Understood? Yes bache, we know solution first here. We know secant x is reciprocal of cos, so we can write secant x as 1 upon cos x, and cos x value they have already given, that is secant x equal to 1 upon minus 1 upon 2, which is equal to secant x is equal to minus 2 upon 1, that is minus 2. So we can say here secant x value is minus 2. So we can write its value, which is minus 2 here. Clear? Now secant x value is there minus 2. Cos x value is minus 1 upon 2 already given. We know that you have learned this formula in 10th class. Sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1 always. Remember this one? Cos sin square x plus cos square x equal to 1. Cos x value is given minus half. Put here. It implies sin square x plus minus half square is equal to 1. It implies sin square x plus my negative square always positive, so 1 upon 4 equals to 1. It implies sin square x is equal to 1 minus 1 upon 4. It implies sin square x, take LCM there, 4 minus 1 upon 4. It implies sin square x is equal to 3 by 4. As you know, square value is there, so we have to take square root on both sides. Take square root on both sides, then square will be cancelled with its square root in the next step, and root 3 upon 4 will be there, plus minus. Keep remember, whenever you have to take square root, then on the another side, right side, this value gives you two values. Square will be cancelled with the root there. It implies sin x is equal to plus minus square root 3 upon 2, because square root 4 gives you two value. Clear? So keep remember, sin x here, it implies sin x is equal to plus minus square root 3 over 2. Now it is written clearly that x lies in third quadrant. X lies in the third quadrant, that is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. In first quadrant all positive, in second quadrant sine and cosecant are positive, but in third quadrant tan and cot are positive, fourth quadrant cos and secant are positive. So here in third quadrant sin x, check beta, sin x in third quadrant positive or negative will be there. In third quadrant only tan and cot are positive, so sin x in third quadrant will be negative. So which value we have to choose, positive or negative? We have to choose their negative value. So it implies we can say here, therefore sin x is equal to minus square root 3 over 2, because x in third quadrant, it's given there, x lies in third quadrant, that's why we have choose their negative value. So sin x value there is minus square root 3 upon 2. Is it clear beta? Two values we have calculated yet. Secant x minus 2 and sin x is minus square root upon 2. Clear? Now next value, we have to find now tan x. Yes, we know that tan x is always equal to sin x upon cos x. Remember this formula? Sin x upon cos x always equal to tan x. Sin x value is there. We have calculated now minus square root 3 upon 2 over cos x value already given minus 1 upon 2. So we can cancel the denominator of both terms. Negative also we cancel with the negative term. Which thing is left there? Square root 3 upon 1. So we can say tan x is equal to only square root 3. So write this value there, square root 3. Clear beta? Now for next value cosecant x. We also know that cosecant x, that is reciprocal of sin x. Clear na? Remember this one? Cosecant x is reciprocal of sin x, and sin x value is put here. Cosecant x is equal to 1 upon minus square root 3 upon 2, which will become minus 2 upon root 3 in the next step. So we can say there cosecant x is equal to minus 2 upon root 3. Clear? So write there cosecant x value minus 2 upon square root 3. So we have calculated 4 trigonometric functions. Which left? Cot x. So now calculate value of cot x. Yes बच्चे, we also know cot x is inverse of tan x. It implies cot x equal to value of tan x equal to 1 over square root 3. 1 is already there, tan x value is root 3 there. So put there, so cot x is 1 upon square root 3. That's all. Clear? That is the first question. Yes बच्चे, second question. Now you have given sin x equal to positive 3 upon 5 and you have to find other 5 trigonometric functions. Here check, x lies in the second quadrant. Clear? As you know, in the second quadrant sine and cosecant are positive there. So that's why it's given their positive value. Clear? Sin x is positive 3 over 5 because in the second quadrant sin theta as well as its reciprocal cosecant theta is also positive there. So that's why there is positive value they have taken there. So we have to find the other values rather than sin x there. We have to find cos x there. Yes, cos x, tan x, cosecant x, secant x and cot x, these all values we have to find there. Other 5 trigonometric functions. Let's start. We have given sin x. We know that cosecant x is a reciprocal of sin x. Cosecant x is a reciprocal of sin x. It implies cosecant x equal to 1 upon 3 upon 5. So in the next step it will be cosecant x is equal to 5 upon 3. Clear? So right here cosecant x value, that is 5 upon 3. Now for second, we know that the identity there, sin square x plus cos square x always equal to 1. Put value of sin x there. It implies 3 upon 5 whole square plus cos square x equals to 1. It implies 9 upon 25 plus cos square x is equals to 1. It implies cos square x equal to 1 minus 9 upon 25. Now we have to solve further. It implies cos square x is equal to, take LCM there, 25 minus 9 upon 25, which implies cos square x equal to 16 over 25. Now take square root on both sides. cos square x square root and plus minus value of 16 over 25 square root. Clear? Square will be cancelled with the root there, so only cos x plus minus, yes बच्चे, root value 4 over 5 plus minus 4 over 5. Now check here, x lies in the second quadrant, and in the second quadrant cos x is positive or negative? It is negative there, because in the second quadrant sine and its reciprocal cosecant x are positive, not cos x. So right here, because x lies in second quadrant, therefore we have to select its negative value, not positive. So cos x value is equal to minus 4 upon 5. Clear that one? We also know that secant x is a reciprocal of cos x. Can be write as 1 over cos x. What is the value of cos x? That is minus 4 upon 5. So 1 upon minus 4 upon 5. In the next step we can say secant x is equal to minus 5 upon 4. So secant x is minus 5 upon 4. That's all. Now which value left there? Tan and cot. So we have to find tan value. Yes bache? Now we know that tan x is equal to sin x upon cos x. What is the value of sin x there? Sin x already given, that is 3 upon 5, and cos x we have calculated there minus 4 upon 5. So we can cancel denominator with the denominator. Which thing left there? Negative 4 will become there negative 3 by 4. So tan x value is equals to minus 3 by 4. So right here tan x is equal to minus 3 upon 4. Now which thing left? That is cot x. Now cot x is a reciprocal of tan x. So put value of tan x minus 3 upon 4. In the next step it will be minus 4 upon 3. So cot x equal to minus 4 upon 3. Clear? Question number 3rd and question number 4 are same as the question number 1st, 2nd. So you have to try it yourself. If you have any doubt in this question, then you can ask me. Okay. Now look at question number 5. Tan x is minus 5 over 12. It is also same as 1st and 2nd. Tan x is minus 5 over 12. Find the other 5 trigonometric functions if x lies in second quadrant. Tan x given, so you have to find cos x, sin x, cosecant x, secant x and cot x. You have to find it. So solution there, tan x is minus 5 over 12. Right here we know cot x is a reciprocal of tan x. So put value of tan x which is given there, 1 upon minus 5 upon 12. So take reciprocal of it. It will be cot x equal to minus 12 upon 5. So right here cot x is minus 12 upon 5. Clear? Now you can check whether second quadrant only sine and cosecant are positive. Tan value is negative, already given there. Negative value for tan in the second quadrant. Clear? Similarly, cot is also negative, will be in the second quadrant. So you have to check the sign conventions there. Now next one is tan given, cot given. Do you remember beta? Secant square x minus tan square x is equal to 1 there. Do you remember this formula? Secant square x minus tan square x is equal to 1. So it implies secant square x is equal to 1 plus tan square x. Put value of tan x, 1 plus minus 5 upon 12 square, secant square as it is. So it implies secant square x is equal to 1. Negative square is always positive. 25 upon 144. Now take LCM there. It implies secant square x is equals to 144 plus 25 upon 144. So secant square x is equal to 169 upon 144. Take square root on both sides to find the secant x value. So secant x, secant square x square root equal to plus minus square root 169 upon 144. This square will be cancelled with the root. So only secant x will be there in the left hand side. Secant x is equal to, yes bच्चे, plus minus 13 upon 12 there. Now check in the second quadrant, secant x positive or negative? In the second quadrant, sine and its reciprocal cosecants, only these two functions are positive there, sine and cosecant, but secant will be negative there. So right there, x, because x lies in second quadrant, x lies in second quadrant, therefore in the second quadrant value of secant x will be negative there. So select negative 13 upon 12. So put secant x as minus 13 upon 12 there. Clear? Now for next value, we know that cos x is reciprocal of secant x. As you know, secant is reciprocal of cos. Similarly, cos is also reciprocal of secant. It implies cos x is equal to secant x value is minus 13 upon 12 there. So it implies cos x equal to minus 12 upon 13, because you have to take reciprocal there. So cos x is minus 12 upon 3. Minus 12 upon 3. Now we have to find value of sine. We also know that sine square x plus cos square x is equals to 1. Value of cos x put here. Sine square x equal to 1 minus cos square x first. 1 minus minus 12 over 13 whole square. Sine square x. It implies sine square x is equal to 1 minus negative square always positive 144 over 169. Now in the next step you have to take LCM. It implies sine square x is equal to 169 minus 144 over 169. So it implies sine square x is equal to 25 upon 169. Now take a square root on both sides to find the value of sine x there. Sine square x root equal to plus minus square root 25 upon 169. That gives you sine x is equal to, when you will solve the plus square root value, then it gives you two values, plus minus 5 upon 13. Clear? Plus minus 5 upon 13 will be there. Since x lies in, because x lies in which quadrant? Second quadrant. So as you know, in the second quadrant, sine function is always positive there after school to college. Remember? Therefore, select value of sine x positive there, 5 upon 13. So put sine x 5 upon 13 here. Now which thing is left? Cosecant x. Right here we know cosecant x is reciprocal of sine x. Value of sine x there, 1 upon 1 over 5 over 13 there. Now take reciprocal, 13 over 5. So cosecant x is equal to 13 upon 5. Clear? So you can solve these first 5 questions using the sign conventions. Other 5 questions you will see in the next video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe my channel. Thanks.